I have another small tool, and I guess this will work. This is a step counter, and I will later explain how this can work in corporate health management. But what I will do is I will count my steps during my presentation. So I don't know. Normally you stay. Okay. My name is Wolfgang Hartmann. I'm working for a small company, Biocomfort, that is located near Stuttgart. And Biocomfort has an offer of bringing telemedicine platforms to patients. This is, to be honest, a very hard game, as the health insurance institutions are the ones who make decisions and not anyone else, and yet they are not willing to pay a lot of money for this kind of support. But in parallel we have developed a solution that we try now to sell to the corporate sector, and therefore I'm, let's say, part of the third discipline. Now I've seen and listened to the medicine discipline and to the game developer, and also we need people who sell this to the market. This is my job, and to be honest, it's not a game, it's really hard. Well, when we talk about health management for corporates, in means of our solution, and our solution is a biofeedback solution, then we talk about screening or measurement, and PC means that this solution is PC based. You just need a PC, a multimedia PC, and we measure the heart rate variability, and I later talk what this means. And you need, if you want to have really good results, you need a coaching in parallel. This can be done by the corporate itself, or you need external support in that area, and you need activity. We've heard in one of the presentations before that we do not exercise enough, and whenever I go to corporate and talk to employees, that's exactly the feedback we got. When you talk, how do you make sport often, I guess you are very familiar with the answers. And I put the step counter here, and what we did also is we integrate this small tool here, the pedometer, the step counter, into those programs to generate more activity, to generate more exercise. But coming back to what we measure, we measure the heart rate variability, and this is what we need for that to measure this. This is a small, very small hardware. Yeah, we need a USB interface. That's it. We have an ear clip, and what we measure is we take from the ear the pulse signal, that is this curve here, and with the sensor and some algorithms, we then go back to the heart rate and to the variety, and this is the interval between two heartbeats. And the bigger or the higher this variability is, the better your health condition is in means of your autonomic nervous system, yeah? Or as is shown here, your ability to shift down a gear or to use the brake. Yeah, it's the game between sympathicus and parasympathicus. Yeah, and this is a physiological parameter that shows how good your parasympathicus works. That means how good you are, or how able you are to use your brake to come down and to regenerate. And Our intention is to bring this to corporates in means of stress prevention, not burnout. We have heard a little bit about burnout, that's too late, and this doesn't work when you have a burnout. It just shows, let's say, the result, because then your heart rate variability will be very low. If it's 0, this means you will be dead very soon, yeah, to be honest. What we offer is a solution for relaxation training, and interesting is that we have done some pilots in companies, and also from studies from scientists we know that you will have good results within 8 to 10 weeks. If you do an exercise, a biofeedback exercise, twice a day for 5 minutes, that's it. So addiction is not that what we will generate here with our solution. And what is also very important is that we can improve, let's say, the perception of our own body. And if you talk to people, they do not really know what has an impact on their health condition. Yeah? And that is one of the experiences we made, that people better think about it, or I would say just start to think about it. Yeah? And this is the beginning of changing your behavior and taking care of what has an impact to you. So it's also the first step to take better care of yourself and of listening to your body. Yeah? Hopefully you don't need a doctor if you better listen to your body. So what we've seen is good results in keeping the inner balance, and we just were on a big fair in Berlin a couple of weeks ago that it was call center world, and we tried to sell the solution especially to call centers. Why? Because agents and call centers, they have stress. Yeah? If they have to deal with more than 100 calls a day, and every call is different, and if you start at 8 o'clock, I guess everyone can understand that at 3 o'clock p.m. you are not in the best condition to communicate. And we've seen that improving heart rate variability improves your ability to communicate in means of listening to your customer and understand what he wants from you. And this has an impact also on productivity. And this is a KPI, key performance indicator for companies. Because the wording is average handling time in means of call centers. Just the shorter it is, the less people they need for dealing with a call volume. Yeah? And it's also customer satisfaction. I guess everyone has called to a call center in the evening, and I guess you get mad if the person doesn't understand what you really want. Yeah? And this is one of the results we've seen in using our solution. And I've shown you it's a small hardware that we need. We just need an USB interface, and it works like a mouse. Yeah. If we implement this in the corporate world, we have to take care of security issues. Yeah. In means of IT security, but we also have to take care, that's for sure, in means of data. Yeah, because we generate here data that is directly linked to an individual, and this data has to be handled secure. Yeah. So very easy, we just make a rollout into the intranet of a company, and the software will be put to the PC very easily. You plug in the hardware and you can start. And you can start. This is I will show you it live very soon. This is the graphic user interface for a biofeedback exercise, and the user should bring this butterfly up to the horizon. through breathing, just through synchronizing your breath with your heart rate. And what we have seen is that we all, and especially call center agents, are not used to breathe in, I would say, yeah, they breathe just very flat. Yeah? And breathe has an impact on the heart and on heart rate variability. Yeah? So that is what we just train. And it's 5 minutes twice a day, so it's not that much. But if you just have this in your mind, you can do it everywhere, anytime. And that's what, let's say, the target is. And the other part of our solution is that we measure this. So after, let's say, a week of exercising, after 10 sessions, we will make a measure of the heart rate variability, and we will see if there is progress or not, or you will see if there is progress or not. And based on that, we have a LinkedIn online questionnaire. We have heard in one of the presentations before what can lead to a burnout. And this is to learn more about your body and what has an impact on that. So in parallel, we are measuring. We also ask some questions. Are there any stress factors in the environment, in your private life, in your family, or wherever? And we generate a trend chart. Here's just one measure. And what is also very interesting, we have a comparison with your age. Yeah, so that is especially for men important. Yeah, maybe women are they believe that this is a good tool. Men just want to see, okay, where I am. Yeah, okay, and they see, wow, 50% of my age group are better than me, so I have to do something. This is, especially for men, it's a strong feature, and we will generate reports out of that about the measure, but also about the training. And I'll just show you how a training session looks like. It's on. I guess it's on. I've just So on the PC it works, yeah, and in the call center there is no beamer, yeah. The agent just has his PC in front. Okay, and you can use your, an agent, for instance, has a headset, yeah. You will get this music, and in your biofeedback exercise you will have this music. You can change different MP3 files, yeah, and you can change also the background, in this case we have the butterfly, and we have also different symbols, yeah. And the target is in the exercise to synchronize your breath with your heart rate, yeah. And the better I do this, the higher the butterfly flies. Yeah. And how good I do this, you see current rhythmization degree. If it turns to red, yeah, and as I'm talking now, it must become red. Yeah. So I should really relax now. So if your boss will now come in, butterfly will come down, yeah, very soon. So this is the normal reaction of your autonomic nervous system, yeah, and you cannot just manipulate this. the software has several levels, and what we've seen, we have developed this software solution for coaches and therapists, and there was the option to choose your level on your own. Yeah, and this solution for the corporate world, this is done automatically by the software. The easier I can bring this butterfly high, I will then brought to a higher level, so I have really to exercise more. Yeah. And we have done a pilot in a core center, and interesting was really that we have seen a correlation between the improvement of heart rate, variability, and average handling time. Yeah. So that makes us happy, as if we want to sell this product into the corporate world, they ask us for what's the business case? Yeah, what's the benefit I got out of that solution? And therefore, for us, it was and is important to have a really motivational user interface. Yeah? This is very simple from my point of view. We have asked agents that were in the pilot, and they told us, no, it's fine. It's better for me now, after, let's say, 50 calls, to make a biofeedback exercise than to go outside and smoke a cigarette. Yeah? Anyway, we haven't done a long-term study in means of if you use this for 6 months, maybe it will become boring. Yeah? Okay, I've mentioned you can change a little bit, you can change the music, you can change the background, you can change the figure, but therefore we are just, let's say, looking for more ideas for the future. And what we have done so far is integrating what I talked to you. How is the link between now this pedometer? I've done 28 steps. Yeah, not that much to be honest. Yeah, but on a normal day when I'm just sitting at my desk in my office, I will not reach 3,000 steps, and that, to be honest, is a poor performance. Yeah, we have a partner, and together with this partner, we have designed step counter campaigns that we bring into the corporate world. What are we doing? We take the steps and we put it into a web-based tool. Yeah? Every morning you will get, as an employee, you will get a mail. Please put in your steps, and you see then how is the ranking, where I am in the ranking, where is my colleague? Wow, my colleague is better. I have to do more exercising, and we will see results like the employees won't use the elevator anymore. They take just they do steps, right? And not parking on the place nearest to the office, just also around the corner, and doing some more steps. And this is also underlined by some gimmicks like there's a map, and you can see how far you have done the trip, and the campaign is working for, let's say, 40 to 60 days maximum. Yeah, this is enough, because otherwise that is the experience. People step out and say, I've done enough. Yeah, and also from the point of view, do we have results? Do we have improved the performance? We see 40 days is very, very good. And you have to do some tricky things here. You have to do a repair, and you will get points. Otherwise, you won't. You fail with the repair. You have to go back. Yeah, and this is a kind of, let's say, motivational interface that brings really people to do more steps, and that was or is the target in this exercise. And we link those steps also to the biofeedback in means of if you want to do a biofeedback session, you can bring in steps. Yeah, and if you bring in 5,000 steps, this is equivalent to a biofeedback session. Yeah, and after 10 sessions, you will get again a measurement. So this is our solution, and to be honest, we are yet in the beginning. We are starting in a few weeks a pilot with the Techniker Krankenkasse in Hamburg, do a bigger evaluation, and hopefully this will work. And I just enjoyed this day so far as I got some more input. And as you told me, thank you very much, it's a very good opportunity for networking, and we need networking to just improve those solutions, yeah, and I guess we need this dialogue. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions?
What about privacy? Are the employees afraid that the human resources can see how your thing isn't good, and so I get fired the next time when somebody gets fired?
No. The data owner is the employee, and no one has access to this data. Yeah. For instance, if, I've talked about that it was in the first step a solution that we sold to coaches and therapists. After you have done your measure, the GUI will be black. Yeah, so no one can see the results. Just the employee can click another button to see the results. So he can take care that his boss is not behind him and is looking, yeah, for his measures.
You just dealt with a positive motivation for people who use it, but what is with the 50% who are below average and who say I have no chance to reach a higher level and who get demotivated because something of this?
Then no one will be forced to use this. Yeah, that is one very important thing. So whenever a company makes a decision to implement this, it will not force anyone to use this, first thing. And second, I've talked about the several levels. Yeah? What doesn't work if you take a dedicated medicine, it doesn't work. For instance, beta blocker. Yeah, because beta blocker has an impact on heart rate variability, and you won't improve. The good thing is you can do these exercises and it will not have any negative impact on your health. Yeah.
What would be a current price for the system?
If you want to buy this from our online shop partner, you have to pay 209 euros. Yeah. For a corporate world, it depends on the ratio between software license and hardware, because we won't see a situation where we have, let's say, 200 concurrent users. Yeah, so it can come down to an investment of 100 euro per user. But this is again a big hurdle, as yet corporate companies have a budget. An annual budget in means of health management of an average of 100 euro per year. Yeah. Well, so this is a challenge for us. Yeah. And therefore we need a better business case, as I mentioned before. Yeah. Productivity is also a target that we can address.
A technical question.
Yeah.
Do the users really like to be on a USB, so this cable link, is it really?
No problem, no problem. When I just take call center agents, they are used to have a headset, and if you go to the corporate world, where people are heavy users of phones, they often have a headset, so they are used to have something at or on the ear. It's not, and you just need it for 10 minutes a day. Yeah.
I think there was a question. It's been answered.
Why don't you implement as a smartphone app using the camera to detect the heart rate? If the data is only for the users itself and not for the company?
Very easy answer, money was out. There was no money. Yeah. The company has spent so much money before And yes, you are absolutely right. I guess one of the future steps will be bring this to the smartphone world. Absolutely.
Yes. Don't know what info you made. Have you ever heard of Zombie Run? It's a new smartphone app with geolocation story. And the story is that zombies are chasing you through your jogging route. Maybe it's info you.
Yeah, we look at the whole market. Anyway, we cannot realize everything that is out there, but I guess just to bring more ideas in, we are open for this. Yeah, absolutely.
You talked about motivation running out if you people work with the same interface the whole time. I don't know if you have alternative interfaces already, but I imagine that motivation could be enhanced by having, let's say, an eagle that flies across a landscape, and you have the impression of movement and of seeing different landscapes below, and then the eagle also fly at different height levels.
Yes, we have several backgrounds. That's the system, that's the biofeedback. For instance, view. Yeah, we can select an object. Yeah, it's not that much here. We can take a balloon. Yeah, and that's one of, let's say, the task for let's say the next time. We've seen so far. Just do this 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in noon. I guess there's no need for bringing so much variety in. Yeah, that's my belief. But on long term, that's where we do not have really this experience. Maybe you're absolutely right. So there is room for improvement, absolutely. Yeah, and therefore this dialogue is very interesting for us.
More questions? Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.